The Power Hour is back. Tonight, I am joined by my co-host, Zach Tales of a True Believer. If you haven't signed up or subscribed to his channel, check out Tales of a True Believer. He did a very in-depth, heartfelt review of Spider-Man Brand New Day today. And our guest host, not near mint.
Ooh, Jen, Silent Bob.
Rob is on the panel tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And you know, tonight's thumbnail, will Spider-Man become the biggest movie ever? We will be talking about that. We will be talking about the impending Sony licensing deal that expires at the end of the year. We'll be talking about Zack Snyder being seen on the Warner Brothers lot this weekend. We're going to talk about House of the Dragon Season 3 finale. And plus, we're going to squeeze in some D23 predictions. What will and will not be shown, and why is Disney getting away from streaming shows, which I think expands the MCU and Star Wars universe. But, you know, that's just me. Streaming doesn't make money. It's just there. So let's say hi to the chat. John's Comic with Friends. No clickbait title. Bruce is off his game. See, this is why I do my question titles that invoke thought and questioning of your beliefs, and is it true? Is it not true? I leave it up to the audience to decide. But of course,
you mean your title generator for BuzzFeed articles wasn't working today?
No, it was not working. You know, and when I don't do that, I get John criticizing me. Better title option. Is Sony the only good part of the MCU? What is the MCU without Spider-Man? Is Tom Holland leaving the MCU? Those will be used in future shows. Thank you, John. We have Pops. Hello, Bruce, and hello in live chat. Blaster, am I the only one here who didn't like? Oh, you are. Wow, you actually have family.
I sent him the link saying, hey, I have to be on a show. So here I am.
Yeah. So JSS is here. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, smash it. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps me create better shows. And let's get into tonight's topics. We will start with Brand New Day. Spider-Man Brand New Day is currently sitting at what is it sitting at?
1.66. Is that what we saw?
It's sitting at $1.672 billion in 13 days.
Wow.
Now, at the time of me doing my slides, those updated numbers had not come in yet. So here are the top 10 movies of all time. Avatar, Endgame, Avengers Endgame, Avatar The Way of Water, Niza 2, which I do not believe those numbers, Titanic.
I still got to see Niza 2.
Titanic, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, Infinity War, No Way Home, Zootopia 2, Inside Out 2. And as of right now, Brand New Day has bumped Inside Out 2 off the top 10 list.
Sorry, anxiety.
And we're only less than 2 weeks in.
I know.
Yeah. It's going to make...
And don't forget, Avengers was trying to do re-releasing that shit, hoping to get that little extra money to bump it past Avatar. They might do that again here. Hey, we have an extra scene. We finally reincorporated Clear Temple at the end.
We are discussing tonight whether or not Brand New Day will topple Avatar as the #1 box office movie of all time. So far at 1.72 and 13 days. It still has about another 20 or 30 days in the movie theaters. So is that enough time for it to make that much money? Make $3 billion? Could it make $3 billion?
No, I don't know if it'll make $3 billion, but I will say, like we were talking before we got on stream today, You got about 2 weeks till school comes back. At least here on the West Coast.
Start back today here.
So, I think not really any competition for young people to go see in the movie theater between now and then. So I think it could probably, if it's making this much money, just freshly 2 weeks in here, I think at least get somewhere into maybe the 6-7 range on that list. If it gets there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Mama Bear. I did miss you. Sorry. He's gonna kick my ass. I think it could reach anywhere between 2.5 and 2.7. Like you said, 2.7 being the high end. I don't think it will catch Avatar or Endgame. And with Rob saying it being re-released this year, it's just gonna pad that more. Because even though it's gonna be retitled, adding extra footage, the box office for Endgame will be the new release will count towards Endgame's final box office, which I think is crap.
That's cheap.
With Endgame, they're releasing more footage. Like, we needed a longer movie that was already 3 hours long. But yeah, they're going to release more footage just so that they can try and bump it past one another. And they're just going to be competing against one another. It's like your brothers competing against one another. Nobody cares at this point.
It's like two wrestlers in their 70s trying to fight each other for the world title. Like, it's over. You guys had a great career. Let's let some of the younger wrestlers get the chance at the title. But this, what John said right here is, I agree with 100%. This has been such a great year for film so far. And this summer has been just continuing that. I mean, $2 billion films in less than a month of each other. I think that's really good for the health of the movie industry. So I'm really excited to see where things are at with that. And I mean, we have 4 or 5 billion dollar movies so far this year. Mm-hmm. And you still got Doomsday and you still got Dune 3 coming out. And who knows in between them, if anything hits or, gets into the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Like a back room.
Do we have any more cocaine bears coming out this year?
I don't think we have any cocaine bears or cocaine hippopotamus.
I wouldn't want cocaine around either of those
Out in the movie.
Have you not watched Cocaine Bear?
Dangerous.
No, I've seen Cocaine Bear, but I didn't know are they really doing cocaine
hippopotamus? There's a
comic book called that.
Yeah, Florida hippopotamus cocaine
party. Florida
cocaine, I didn't know that. Yeah, no, I would not want to be anywhere near a hippo on cocaine. I wouldn't want to be near a hippo, period. They're terrible.
Callie has a question.
Until you give them cocaine.
Will it top Doomsday is the question. My opinion on that has always been, if Spiderman did well, Avengers Doomsday will do well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think so.
There's a big reason for I don't know. And I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler here. At the very tail end of the movie, where it has that after credit sequence of Spider-Man has now been reported seen from somebody on the Spider Tracker somewhere in space. Spider-Man will return. Doesn't say in Doomsday, it just says will return.
No, I'm not saying that.
He's not coming back for Doomsday.
I don't. Even if he's not in Doomsday, I think the hype from Brand New Day is enough to bring these moviegoers that saw Brand New Day in the theater to Doomsday, because there's a whole swath of general public that they'll pay attention who's casting these movies, who's appearing in these movies, and they will just show up to show up. The only way I can see Avengers Doomsday not doing better than Brand New Day, if it comes out that it's an okay movie.
Yeah,
it can't be an okay, it can't be good. It has to be a great movie. And with all the problems with production, I don't know if that's the case or not. There's been a lot of problems with production for Doomsday. From
We're
them
hearing
getting
a leak. There's a leak out, and that leak says that Dr. Doom isn't really played by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that's a leak you see on Facebook, I think.
I'm okay if they decide to go a different directions, like, I don't know, Matt Nicholson.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Dr. Doom anyway.
I feel that.
There's so many other talented actors, and they could have saved $200 million casting another actor.
Just bring back Old Man Stark.
Old Man Stark. Well,
just like
AI
Old Man
Stark.
A gathering of AI Stark and Riri Williams.
A gathering of the heroes. How could it fail? I actually loved Ironheart. So I was so disappointed. No one wanted to watch it. It was such a good show, and then these double standards of how can she steal to buy her armor? There have been a lot worse things done in the MCU in the name of progressing the storylines.
Yeah, the highs in that show were definitely high. There were some lows, though. I will say, as one who watched all of them, it wasn't a perfect show, but I thought it was better. It exceeded my expectations, but those were very low. So I don't know if that's saying too much, but I thought Mephisto was really cool, and her relationship with Mephisto and how they did the Hood was really sick too. But nobody watched.
Best thing about Mephisto is all those scenes that were left on the cutting room floor because the actress decided to change things last minute. The hell with the script. They're going to repurpose all those Mephisto scenes for later projects.
I can see that. He definitely have to show up in
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. The film no one wants. I don't want it.
It's going to be a legacy Ghost Rider.
I'll take it.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
More. But it seems even though we probably won't get another Spider-Man movie for 4 or 5 years now.
I'd say probably. I mean, with the success of this, I bet you it's sooner than later. I'd say 4 tops. I mean, you could see it maybe coming out, being one of the first films after Secret Wars coming out.
I think they're trying to push the X-Men right after Secret Wars.
True, but also this guy's.
It's not MCU, it's Sony.
Yeah, but well, I mean, if their thing keeps going, he's a part of the MCU. I mean, his story is deeply entrenched in it in this one. So I think this movie's making a ton of money, and so we'll see what happens. I'm sure they got a lot to work out with the rights thing that you were talking about.
Oh, speaking of which, that's the licensing agreement allowing Marvel Studios to co-produce MCU Spider-Man movies with Columbia, represented by Amy Pascal through Pascal Pictures, expires this year and has not been renewed yet. Sony and Marvel's owners, Disney, have avoided questions on the matter. And for anyone that doesn't know, Sony owns the film rights to Spider-Man, and they license Spider-Man to Marvel for appearances in the MCU. And that contract, that licensing agreement, runs out at the end of the year. So Marvel, aka Disney, will have to back up several large trailers of cash to Sony's door to continue using Spider-Man in the MCU, because is there MCU without Spider-Man right now?
No.
But also, is there any good Sony Spider-Man Marvel content or coming out without Marvel Studios backing them up and helping them too?
Yeah. Also, no.
Yes.
No. I mean, look at Morbius. Look at like Venom.
Miles movies.
Yes, but that's not Peter Parker's live action Spider-Man. That's the
but
conversation.
Also, long before this deal that went into effect in 2018, they had success with Spider-Man without Disney.
Well, sure, but what was everybody saying? We want Spider-Man in the MCU. We want Spider-Man in the MCU. That's what everybody's wanted, and it's worked out really well for both sides. So I think
you got to realize that if Sony wanted, they could take their toys home and not let Marvel play with them.
I would tell you, every person involved in business, period, would call them absolute morons if they did that. Nothing personal to them.
Hey, do you like money? Then why did you decide not to do this? They'd be fired immediately. Because when you have shareholders, it is considered financially negligent to not make the maximum amount of money possible.
And this is going to make the most amount of money. I mean, it's worked out so well. Look at the non-connected stuff that they've done over there. Like Venom was cool and fine, but was it a huge, absolute blockbustery success? No. I mean, they made 3 of them, but what did everybody say when these movies were coming out? We want Spider-Man and Venom to interact with each other. When is Spider-Man going to show up in these movies? And he never did. So I just keep rocking that partnership and milk this thing dry.
But if you really think about it, if Sony really wanted to, they could separate from Marvel, just have every Sony villain, Spider-Man villain just appear in the movies, and it still will make a lot of money, regardless if you get a Punisher appearance or Hulk appearance. You know, it would
lead to diminishing returns if you don't spend the money on the proper writers, because then it turns into like the 1980s movies Deathstalker. First one was kind of interesting, swords and sorcery. It was a low budget. Second one, it was basically softcore porn. Third movie, there was a third movie. Holy shit, they got to a fourth and they didn't make a fifth. Why? Because it didn't make any money. Diminishing returns.
And then
even the worst movie that people consider Amazing Spider-Man 2 made over 700 million. There hasn't been a flop under Sony's leadership with Spider-Man centric movies ever. Even Spider-Man 3, people hate that movie. I love that movie. 896 million.
100%.
You don't need the MCU to get these movies out, Spider-Man movies out, and make money. I think they could do it on their own.
So there was an edict in the new movie for Brand New Day that they couldn't use Miles. Sure, that kid at the end on the shoulders of his father with the Spider-Man mask, that could have been Miles. Probably not, but it doesn't matter.
Too young.
Exactly. I mean, Miles was pretty young starting off from Bendis, but besides the point, they don't want him in his own movie yet because they want to make that third animated Spider-Man movie, which I'm guessing is going to do something similar to like the Lego movie, where at the end of the movie, you're going to get the actual physical casting of a real live action Miles Morales. Now, at the same time, I would also say it would be financially negligent not to be filming a movie at the exact same time in live action to be released the very next year later, so that you wouldn't have a hole that lasts 5 years without a Tom Holland movie. At least you have something to put out there to make money for those coffers for your shareholders.
Well, regardless of what the bean counters want, what the investors want, what Sony or Marvel wants, Tom Holland and Zendaya said they're taking a 3 to 4 year break from doing movies. They've been working so long, and some actors want a mental break, and they might want to have a kid or two in that 3 years. The least I think we won't see a Spider-Man 5 movie till 2030.
Or maybe they could do it like Sandman, where, in Sandman, after the first couple volumes, he wasn't even in the motherfucker. It was just a completely different story. Why don't you do a Spider-Man like that? Spider-Man minus Spider-Man.
And then Sony just had a hit on streaming with Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, jeez. It was Spider-Man Noir is great. But what I'm telling you is, like, I don't know how we're having this conversation without laughing. This movie's about to make $2.5 billion. It hit over $1 billion after a week. Like I said, this partnership has been super great for both sides. And it's the only Spider-Man thing that Sony has done right. Well, live action wise. So do not go away from this. I don't even know why we're entertaining
How many Sony movies they made before Tom Holland? What, 3, 5?
I know, but you didn't have this whole other universe with all of the characters that he interacts with going on at the same time. And they almost had Andrew Garfield come into the MCU, and then they just decided to recast it. But like, this has been a conversation for multiple decades now, that people want him in here interacting with all of these other characters. That's the draw. That's why this has made so much money, for both sides. So don't run away from it. Literally milk this until you cannot anymore. And then when Tom Holland's done, you bring in Miles and you just keep the train running, dude.
Yes, but if the actors aren't ready, they don't want to do any acting for 3 to 4 years, That's a
I know.
5-year gap.
You know what? Guys say a lot of things. Tom Holland said, "Yo, I think I'm done playing Spider-Man after No Way Home." And then look what happened. They brought the Brinks truck in. They unloaded just a bunch of cash and said, "Here you go."
Realize,
And then they'll do it again.
Mrs. Zendaya listens to whatever Zendaya says.
Listen,
she
brother,
says,
they'll
take a
give her the
break,
same
take a
amount of
break.
money, bro. They're just going to
Hey,
keep
to quote-
dumping the money. Money talks.
To quote Chris Rock, I can drive a car with my feet doesn't necessarily mean I can. He might say I'm taking a 3-year break. Maybe after a year and a half, they go, wow, I didn't realize that Zendaya could spend that much money on Coach bags, but here we are. I need to make another movie.
I think she has more money than him.
That wouldn't
Well, it doesn't matter. Good for them. They're both sharing it and they're having a great time. So
he might be buying the Coach bags.
good for good.
After that Umbrella video, maybe.
I believe so, yes. And that bathroom scene, oof, with Tom Holland. If everybody saw that bathroom scene, he was a perfect bottom.
Bathroom scene. Are you talking about the one with Yelena with the big potatoes? You talking about that?
We're talking about his that show he had, the that limited series he had where he gets rammed in the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tough conversation.
No idea what you're talking about.
He and Zendaya with the tennis movie and him doing that. I mean, they're
the tennis movie was amazing.
Had to drink some wine and talk through that together for sure.
Yeah, we won't get, like I said, Spider-Man 5 and a Miles movie. We're not getting until 2030s at least.
I bet you get it 2029. I'm with you. 2029. I bet you we get 5, and then 3 years after that, you're gonna get the last of the Holland trilogy, and it'll get given over to Miles, dude.
He is definitely carrying the verses. Yes, he is. My money says Spider-Man 5 lands somewhere of 2029.
Yeah. Because you can't just come out with just nothing but X-Men. You got to have a little bit of flavor for everybody, right? So you get your big X-Men. I know, but you're not going to have X-Men and then a Storm movie, a Jean movie, a Cyclone. Like you're going to have your big X-Men deal, right? And then it with some.
Well, we've been having individual X-Men comic books for the last decade. You get a series. Everybody gets a series. You get a series.
But I don't think that translates.
Almost everyone's had a series except for like Professor X.
I know. Spider Wedding with a web dress is coming.
But a Spider Wedding, dude, that's how you cap off that trilogy, or this second trilogy with them would be a great ending for that, for Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and all that. That'd be good.
You know, just because I dislike Tom Holland for various reasons. I'm not a fan of his acting, and it's not because of his Spider-Man stuff. It's because of other stuff he's done outside of the Spider-Man stuff. Even though those first 2 films didn't help his case, he destroyed Uncharted. Oh, he was so bad in Uncharted.
Miscast for sure.
Oh, bad.
Not a good casting.
Ruined the franchise.
Well, I mean, first one out the gate, it was ruined before it started.
God damn it. It's called if anybody wants to check it out, it's called The Crowded Room. You can watch The Crowded Room with Tom Holland. The Last Call.
I like the Tsunami movie with him.
What was the movie with it was like Lord of the Flies. They were trapped on the planet. What was the name of that movie that was so bad?
Not sure.
Let us know in the chat.
You guys know the Devil all the time? No. Oh, was it Cherry? I don't remember. He's done so many bad movies. Just saying. I know Zach is a Tom Holland fan. He appreciates his acting. But let's see what.
Yeah, go watch my video on my channel, Tales of a True Believer. I break it all down for you. We talk about it from an actor's point of view and talk about it, how he played that stuff as an actor, and everybody in that movie I thought did a great job. So yeah, go check that out. Cheap plug. And yeah, Tales of a True Believer, baby.
Spider Wedding with Ned Hobgoblin. Ned is the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin will be hilarious. I don't see them ever making Ned Hobgoblin in these Spider-Man movies. I don't think we'll ever get another Spider-Man villain in these movies the way it's going.
Just introduce a really old Roderick Kingsley, and he just dresses up in a fat suit and pretends to be Ned Leeds.
I do love Toby. I just put in a bid since Amy's dragging her feet.
I love that.
Oh, hey, Samir. Haven't seen you in a while. I just skipped over your name. I'm sorry. Hey, Samir. Been a while. Regardless of how I feel about Brand New Day, it's making gangbusters, breaking records week after week, day after day. Audience is easily entertained. I guess they skipped over all of the bad stuff about the movie because they love Spider-Man so much. Plot holes, a bad writing, bad ending, a bad post-credit scene. That's just my opinion.
If they just would have restored Night Nurse, it would have made a lot more sense at the end of the movie. Just saying. But it was already 2.5 hours long, so I get it.
What? Yeah, there's going to be a 3-hour director's cut at some point.
Of course, you need that to put it over the edge.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. So after this, what do we have next? We're going to talk
Definitely
about
not Blade.
House of Dragon season finale. Zach, I know you've been chomping at the bit to talk about the season finale.
No.
Go
Okay.
right ahead.
Hey, so here's the deal. My girl doesn't watch this, okay? So I'm in the clear, but I have to talk a little quiet because she's in the living room. We watched it together, but she was gone for the weekend, so I watched it by myself last night. So this is all I got to say. It's been really funny to watch because I've read the books, and they portrayed Rhaenyra, and this is not a shot at the show, but they portrayed Rhaenyra as this girl boss, and that she's just going to overcome everything. She's going to be the queen that Daenerys couldn't be. And I've known all along that was not true, and that this was going to crash and burn. And Rhaenyra sucks. She sucks. I've hated Rhaenyra in the book. She's an awful human, awful person. And now it's starting to rear its ugly head. And to watch the sadness on my poor girl's face as this girl that she thought, oh, this is going to be the winner. Oh, Rhaenyra is so great. And would just kind of like, oh, no, it's okay. They shouldn't have done that to her. And just to watch that all fade away. And just to watch it's been an interesting, fun watch.
So as much as I do of how she ends in the books.
Yeah.
Did you think that she was going to make it out of the ending of this episode? Or do you think they're saving that for episode 1 of season 4?
We can get into a real spoilery discussion on how there's so much they have to do to finish in the 8 episodes next season. Like it
might be 10.
Not to get too much into, but you got the God's Eye, and you have Tumbletown or Timbletown, whatever the heck it is, the second time, and then you have the I don't want to get too spoilery because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, nothing about next season.
There's at least like 8 or 9 things they got to get through in 8 episodes, and so I'm really interested to see if they can pull it off. Because the one thing I've been waiting to see still has not happened yet. I'm just going to say the God's Eye. That's the one thing I've waited for this entire series to see. It's like one of my favorite things ever in the George R.R. Martin universe. So as long as they don't screw that up.
And we know that George R.R. Martin has come out saying that, hey, listen, this is toxic. This isn't what I wrote. And the creator's going, well, I respect his opinion. He's the GOAT and all, but we're just going to fuck off and do what we want to do.
And you know what I have to say? And I remember that blog coming out and him talking about how removing things that he wrote in there that were like really important and specific. They may not seem very big, but they're really important for the story. And when you take those out and you continue all these other characters on that same trajectory, there's a lot of, like, I've heard a lot of complaints about them being hollow, and you can feel that because a lot of characters are doing stuff and making choices that in the book make sense because of this, and this, but these didn't happen in the show. And so, like,
let me
Helena at the end.
Let me ask you a question before you move on. For someone that hasn't read that particular about whatever the House of Dragon is based on, is it an actual book or is it just a appendix? Or
it's like a history book.
Right?
Time. It's like reading a history book is really what it is. And so it's like you got a lot of secondhand things in there, and so it leaves a lot up for interpretation, which I get. But when you have the creator of the show telling you this is why I put this in here for this specific reason.
But the same creator can't finish the series.
I know, but that has nothing on whether his knowledge of the world or not. That whether he finishes or not is a completely different conversation. Like, you basically told the guy who you're taking all of this stuff from and making millions of dollars off of using his material to make your show, and basically told him, "Fuck you, we know better than you." And
Yeah, but
hurt
he
his feelings.
Didn't Eli Roth just do that with Ice Cream Man?
Yeah, that didn't make any money either.
But isn't that the Ice Cream Man is not based on the comic, is it?
In name only.
Okay. But I understand that he's the creator, he's the writer, but at the same time, he signed away his licensing rights to the books. If he wanted to be more integral into the process, he should have put a clause in the contract that he would have final say over what's permitted, like J.K. Rowling's.
Sure, but you guy came into your writing room and you have your guy, right? The guy who wrote it writing with you, and you disrespected him enough to where he got, and opened up to the world and wrote a big, huge blog about it. Guy doesn't really talk too much and get really too into the wibbity wibbities of things. Came out and was really upset about how he was treated.
Was young and impressionable.
I understand part of creating a narrative is writing an ending, but this is not. He wrote an ending to this book. This book has been finished already. This section of Westeros and that history is finished, and he was brought in to write it. And the first season was written really, really well, and the second season was okay, but he didn't return.
Just felt like it went way too long.
Yeah, I agree. But
no, I will say this.
They fixed all of the second season in one episode in the third season.
Yeah.
I will say this about this season and the show overall. I get Rhaenyra's pain from the time she was a child. She was taken advantage of by her uncle. Yeah. She was promised the throne by her father. And then you had the, God damn it, I can't even think of so many goddamn names. Alice's family. What's their family name?
Oh, the Hightower.
Hightower schemed and plotted and pretty much sold their prepubescent daughter to an old king, and it's and then she continues this pattern of abuse with her uncle over and over and over.
Yeah,
and she is becoming what the Targaryens are, mad because of all the inbreeding and all of the incest that goes on in that family. It's insane.
Also, she has
sister wife.
She is going to be the queen, and her idea of what it was going to be like to rule when she got there in reality was not the same, and she did not react to it well based on all of the things that you just said. So, yeah.
He announced a second Fire and Blood.
Did he?
Whoa. They said he wouldn't finish it. Yeah, I can see that. But you got, and you got so many people this season have turned, and they were allies this season. Next season, they're definitely going to be her enemies. From Daemon's daughters to her brothers, and then
there's going to be two tides or King of the Tides.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, they did. It's going to pick up with Aegon the Third. So basically, kind of just continue the history of the Targaryens from that after the dance. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I like that.
I really enjoyed this. There wasn't a bad episode this season for me.
The Harrenhal stuff got a little. I mean, that's 2 seasons in a row of us having a shroom trip out at Harrenhal. But I will say the stuff about Alice here in this last episode was really cool. Like that lore building of her being around since the beginning and being cursed.
Yes, that she was there.
How old are you? That was 100 years ago.
Yeah,
holy crap! She's the last. Her son was the last living heir that survived, and she was cursed with immortality. Can't leave the halls of Harrenhal.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was really cool.
You can't trust him.
I'll tell you what, the way that they've played this Rhaenyra going into this, like turning into the evil Targaryen has been done so well. Because like you said, all the things that you listed off, what we saw in season 1, and just how anybody thought this was going to end up in a happy ending for her is bless your heart. You're an optimistic person. but just to see it all build up to like this last episode where it's just that's gone. We're in the chainmail, we're in the crown, we're totally
Heavy
now
is the crown who wears it.
That was such a callback to Maleficent, Evil Queen, Disney Evil Queens, and I was just like loving the look. I'm loving the look and showing her son, whatever his name is.
Oh, Joffrey.
Joffrey. Joffrey.
Poor Joffrey.
And
The red keep. Holy crap.
Yeah, didn't you find it so interesting that the only time she's spoken to Joffrey since he came back is to talk to him about power and about like the dark sides of being a ruler, and it's just so interesting. And then she goes on this whole like just Targaryen language rant about the prince who was promised, and it was
she took her little child to go murder essentially the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah,
I think she's lost it.
But and then just to totally left field.
Don't forget, we have to talk about Ulf.
Yeah, Ulf and Ormond.
Where does he go from here?
He is one of the worst human beings I've ever seen in any show. I hate this man. I love the actor. The actor's amazing because whenever I hate a character this much, the actor is doing their job.
But when
falling asleep on the toilet while they need him.
But then
I was Ulf once.
When he set Ormond on fire and said, "And fuck you too," and then just
and
Ormond got the knife up the ass, dude. Just oh my god!
Now that's a proper fucking.
Yeah, dude.
And you're seeing his teeth, and they're just mangled from that one shield hit.
I thought
when he came out, I'm like, oh fuck! I'm like, Damon, everybody's fucked. He starts burning Damon's the Queen's troops. I'm like, holy shit, they lose, and then he just turns around and just starts burning everybody in the castle.
He embarrassed him in public and smacked him around, and that's the reason why he turned on Damon. And so when he came and smacked him around for falling asleep on the toilet, he was like, all right, then I'm gonna get my dragon and I'm gonna get your ass too.
Shame me, I'm gonna massacre thousands.
Yeah, dude.
I will say this: one thing I've always loved about Game of Thrones, House of Dragons is watching people burn from dragon fire. The effect is so well done.
It is,
and I just want barbecue.
That was dark. You know what? Good for you.
I had salad and barbecue for dinner tonight. I didn't eat any barbecue.
Rob, what'd you think of this season?
Season was great, especially as a comparison to the second season, which just felt like a giant placeholder or just a bookmark, just to go, hey, we don't exactly know what we're doing yet, so we're just going to hold the status quo. Tell me 3 scenes from the last season. Screw it. Tell me one scene from last season. You can't do it because it's just
except for the finale. I'm thinking of the Rhaenyra Allison conversation, but that was the finale of season 2. So that's the.
I will say when the sea serpent's wife and what's his name fought in the sky. That was a great battle when she died.
That is she.
No, there's one scene right there.
There's one scene where they knock the kid out of the sky and the kid goes down. Wait, no, that was this season.
Well, what's his name? What's
the first son died at the end of the second season that led into this one. But the whole second season, they could have done all that in like a single episode. And then they showed how to do it, I think, in episode 3 or 4 of this season.
Yes. Agreed.
And seeing Sunfire come back to life, I'm like, what? Wait, what? Is he a zombie?
That was badass.
Yeah.
After he goes to visit the dead dragon where he's mourning it and he's accepting his fate in life where no more running. I'm done. The hell with this. I'm going to make my stand. Wait, you know what? I'm going to get the fuck out of here. You can't do that. Okay, fine. Fuck it. I'm going to die here. I'm going to make a big speech and then, hey, why is everybody running? Is it because I give really good speeches? Oh, wait.
Listen, I understand people being afraid of dragons, but as soon as I saw the red eyes, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'd be out.
I would have been gone.
I'm not staying there for his speech. Yeah, good for you, buddy. Whoop. Gone.
And then the other, what's the other bastard's name? The other dragon rider.
The Aaron of Hull. Is it Aaron of Hull? Talking about the sea snake's bastard son?
No. The one that went looking for his wife.
Hugh Hammer. Hugh the Hammer.
Hugh Hammer.
Oh.
We all knew his wife was going to be dead when he got there. He should have. I don't.
The wife was done with him though, but he wasn't done with her.
There's a lot to get through with Hugh the Hammer in next season too.
I can no longer sanction that buffoonery.
I kind of feel you on that a little bit, Degrassi.
I get it. But I'm that way with the comics. I'm that way with movies. At this point, I'm like, why do I want to start something if I'm not going to get an ending? But then again, I watched anime, so I'm very used to it.
Yeah, that's true. Like being an anime fan definitely helps with watching this show because like there was a lot. Like this was definitely better than season 2, but like Harrenhal and Allison, like they're just sitting around and not doing much the whole season. Like there's not a lot going on for them. And so then you have to waste a whole season of them just being stuck in some place or being stuck sitting in the Red Keep by herself, with she and Helena the whole season. Let's try and escape a couple times,
And that scene with that, I can't remember the son's name, the youngest son, when he was in Harrenhal and dreaming about his mother.
Oh, Amon, yeah, or Amon, yeah.
Amon. I was like, I had no idea it was a dream at first. I'm like, and then it turns out to be Alice.
This might as well happen.
Yeah, it could have happened. Well, not after she tried to kill him, poisoned him.
That's just a kink. Don't kink shape him, man.
Yeah, I'm all for everybody's kinks, but poison, I draw the line.
Yeah, I love it when a woman tries to kill me.
Yeah,
that's Jeff's line. But here, women
foreplay.
But yeah, this finale was real good though. I thought there was a lot of the battle was really great. I mean, the Tumbleton battle was I thought pretty good.
It felt like Braveheart, but with
this is
more special effects.
Yes,
part 1 of the Tumbleton battle, I believe.
And he's a horrible human, but goddamn, Daemon Targaryen, dude. You
said Daemon Targaryen?
Daemon Targaryen, dude. That guy there. That guy right there, Matt Smith, just eats up every time he's on screen, dude. I parlay, and he's just a piece of shit, dude. And he's great at it.
I loved him as Doctor Who, but his acting in this is just leaps and bounds over his Doctor role. Oh, so good.
I understand why he's
here. He's just craven and basically a psychopath.
Yeah. I understand why he's George's favorite Targaryen. Like, yeah, you can get it throughout the series why he's just a fucking wild dude.
I will say this: the Hightowers, Targaryens, they're all bad people.
Oh yeah,
all of them are bad people.
Otto Hightower though is the worst, dude. Hate that guy. He's the reason for all this, dude.
Yeah. There's no way that most of them make it out of this series.
No.
Only maybe 1 or 2 might survive, if that. But next season, everybody dies. Everybody has to die.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
After burning out all of Tumbleton, whether you're going to blame it on the traitor Ulf the White or take responsibility, either way, Rhaenyra's going to go from being the queen of bastards to being the most hated queen in Westeros history.
Oh yeah,
until another Targaryen burns the whole place down again.
She will be known as the baby killer.
You killed all those children on the wall.
Yeah, how about the Stark Wolf? I forget what they're called. There's so many names, but the dude from Sons of Anarchy goes up there and the kid hits him in the leg with the wood, and he turns around. You think, he's gonna let the kid live. It's a kid. Psych.
Yep.
I've been watching movies and TV since a little kid, and one thing that always stuck out at me. Why don't they ever kill the kids? Oh, yeah, because nobody wants to see a kid die on film. First time I ever saw a kid die in a movie was The Blob. And I don't mean the 1950s. I mean the 1988 movie, The Blob. Since then, it's been like maybe 3, 4, 5 times in a movie ever. So, yeah, they're showing they're serious. We kill kids here.
Yeah. Did they ever show any kids getting killed on Walking Dead?
They've shown children zombies.
Yeah.
But to tie this into comic books here, just a little tidbit. Matt Smith and Orman Hightower both were on the short list for Professor Xavier. At least that they were on the list going around. And I thought those were two interesting casting choices. I think Orman would be I think he has the look. I don't know about Matt Smith playing bald Professor Xavier, but Orman, I think, has a chance to maybe pull that out, but we'll see. I don't know. Degrassi might know. But
I'd cast him as Pontius Pilate.
Jeez, I get what you guys. It would work, but it's I can't wait for season 4, the final season. Maybe George will finish the books by next year.
Oh wait, you're serious?
I'm definitely joking.
Hey, and we get some more Dunkin' Egg in between too. So I mean, we'll be eating good in the Westeros universe. Or
Man, they could do Dunkin' Egg for another 30 years, and please, more of this.
Oh, give me all the Dunkin' Egg. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Westeros stuff.
Did they actually show Anakin killing the kids in the Jedi Temple?
No, they just cut to black. They just panned away.
Yeah.
Come on, I wanted to see Order 66.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Has there ever been
Macaulay Culkin in My Girl?
Oh yeah, where the mom had to let her go. Oh, you're thinking My Girl. I'm thinking The Bad Son. So yeah,
the bees. The bees.
You get attacked by bees, and then it's implied.
It was implied. All right. Enough of this. I think. What do we have next?
If you've not seen My Girl, you should watch. That's a phenomenal film. Good luck not crying in that movie.
All right. Zack Snyder was seen on the lot of Warner Brothers this past week. A lot of speculation going out there. I'm going to say I think Zack was there because his good old friend James Gunn asked him to come on the lot because he's still working on 300 the TV series, isn't he? He's still greenlit for that. He could be doing a project within the DCU. You know,
they must have been. It must have been having some sort of auction, or it must have been Burger Day at the lot and catering, and he must have gotten the word and went in for a free burger or something.
If you give me free food, I'll show up.
Yeah, me too.
Xavier is the least interesting main X-Men character next to Wolverine. The retread would be why to start with them dead. Wow.
What Degrassi just put though might be the actual reason why he was on there. I don't know.
Using WB facilities to screen the last photograph for distributors.
Yeah, maybe that's probably something. I don't think it's anything related to that will give you anything juicy.
No,
maybe they were screening the ultra long director's cut of Gremlins because I hear that's a thing.
Well, I didn't know.
That's a thing?
Yes, somebody found all of the loose footage that wasn't included in the original Joe Johnston Gremlins movie, and people around Hollywood started getting these cards in the mail saying, arrive for this date at this time. This is something that can't be missed. Hollywood will be talking about this for years. And that's what it was, Gremlins, the extended edition.
It wasn't a negative like, hey, screw him. He shouldn't be coming to do the DC. I just don't think, I think what Degrassi said is probably more probable.
Yeah, screening or his 300 project or his, I know he's working something else that's WB has the rights to.
Doesn't he have like an Evil, no, they're not doing a sequel to Evil Dead, are they? The
Evil Dead Burn.
Well, not Evil Dead, but the Dawn of the Dead or the whatever the one he did.
No, they're not doing that.
I thought that they were.
That was my favorite.
Are we going to get another Star Wars ripoff from him on Netflix, or is that done?
Please no. Save me.
Those are done. All right. Lanterns comes out on the 16th. I am so hyped for this. I can't wait for this to show up. I've been waiting all year for this. And I don't know. I'm so hyped for lanterns. We're finally going to get lanterns, and actual lanterns, not that travesty that was
Greatest lantern who ever lived.
Whatever 2000 and whatever that movie was.
The director's cut, I watched that. It was stomachable.
Stomachable.
Yeah.
I didn't puke after the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I puked after an hour.
Yeah.
It comes out the 16th. Starting next Monday, we will be reviewing lanterns every Monday night. So come here for your lanterns fix. You know, hopefully it's good. I'm hoping.
Speculation time.
Yeah, are we gonna?
Will Hal Jordan die by the end of the first season?
I hope not.
Or will he live on and we'll have two lanterns?
How many townfolk can Hal Jordan sleep with before he dies?
You know, I just hope he doesn't die. I know that rumor's been going around, but I hope he doesn't. There's so many great stories you can mine with both of them. I don't like it, but if that's what happens, then it is what it is. But I hope he lives, because I think there's something. I mean, spoiler. I mean, I got a lot of predictions about this, but the guy playing the ranch hand that's been going around with them all to the interviews and things, that guy's playing the Black Hand. So Blackest Night, I feel like is in the future here, and you can't do that without Hal. Like you can't. There's no way. And so like I really hope he lives and that we get to do Blackest Night, because that's like my one big prediction about the DCU that I've had since day one. Like that's my fingers crossed on that. So I'm hoping that
translate Jeff Johns. It's one of my favorite. Yeah. It probably is my favorite run of all Green Lantern stories. Yeah, I'd be happy if you just do that. When they keep saying we're doing True Detective, but with Green Lanterns, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about that. I want to see Jeff Johns on screen.
Yes, me too. Give me the Sinestro Corps War. Give me all that shit.
The Skittle Corps. I want all the lantern colors.
Give me all the different colors of the spectrum, all the different lanterns. Give me all of it. Oh,
but instead, here's the color brown for Green Lantern.
What I will say to you, Rob, is that
I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right on this.
Have you not seen the trailers?
David Lindelof talked about this and said that they were only showing the first episode and a half in the trailers, and that they started it out here in this with this, look and this tone and this vibe, so that people could get acclimated a little bit, so they're not going straight into space and other planets and doing all that right off the bat, because they didn't want to lose your normal HBO viewer that's coming to watch this like True Detective. So they have promised that it's going to go galaxy spanning. And
he just came out a few days ago and said that a lot of the show takes place galactically in space. So we will be getting a lot of stuff like that.
And just give me Nort at any point in time. If this makes it multiple seasons, I want my guy Nort.
If Nort pops up, you are cosplaying as Nort at your next con.
Oh fuck! I would have done it if he doesn't show up, dude. I'll go out as Nort, brother. Nort's my guy. Smoking blunts and kicking ass, brother.
Yes, posers.
I guess I'm the only one on the panel that wants Hal Jordan to die in the first episode. Not a fan of Hal Jordan. Never was a fan of Hal Jordan.
Episode.
Oh, you got to
watch like him first before you kill him.
Have you read Jeff Johns' run though, Bruce? Jeff Johns' run does a lot.
It was great. I know, but I still not a big fan of Hal Jordan.
He knocks Batman out.
I'm a Kyle Rayner, John Stewart guy.
I feel that. I can respect that. I just like them all, even Guy too, dude. So
I like Guy more than I like Hal. So
I'm still waiting for Batman to punch his lights out.
Batman owes him one. He got a lick in on Batman in the John's run.
Just
one
Batman
shot. Was being a dick though. Batman was a big dick in those rebirth issues, so he got what was coming to him. No offense, Kelly. I love Batman.
All right, we have one more thing before we get to our D23 predictions. This was a late add-on. David Ellison has agreed to sign written contracts with movie theater chains that would guarantee that he'll release 30 movies a year if Paramount buys Warner Brothers. But there's a but in the fine print for 3 years. Phone contracts can be 3 years. 3 years goes by so quick. If he would have said 10 years, 15 years, no one trusts David Ellison. He will say anything he can to try to win over the public on his side, and he's succeeding with AMC and what's the other theater chain that came out in support of this?
I don't know. I stopped caring. You know, I will say, Bruce, you know how we talked earlier? I said, oh, this is probably going to go through, and we're just going to get all this political pop and circumstance until it, you know, sadly goes through. But I don't think it's. I don't see it going through anymore.
I told you to wait. Yeah. I told you the states have a lot of power. When
I don't think it is anymore.
Antitrust.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. And then WB is going to make a bank load of money from this. But what happens with Paramount? Like, Paramount's a really great studio that's been around for decades and decades too. And then the guys who run it now are just going to run it in the ground and screw it over. And then what's WB going to buy Paramount at the end of this? That would be the plot twist of the century.
I think I think a lot of skepticism, even though Warner Brothers has 19 movies for 2027, Paramount has 16. But I think a lot of hesitation with that coming from Ellison is the fact that if the two companies do merge, their borrowing power from creditors the interest will be so high. We're not going to get 30 blockbuster movies a year. We're going to get movies that, oh, here's a movie we're going to put in streaming that counts towards our 30 movies. You know?
Yeah, there's no way. There's just not enough. I mean, there's just no way. You can't do 30 movies like that. And from one studio?
Yeah.
Unless you're buying everything on the or.
Yes, Degrassi, Netflix ending up with Paramount is even more of a plot twist. That would be the funniest thing of all time.
That would be the funniest thing ever. I think if the merger does go through, I think the debt that they have will incur, which will be like 80 to 100 billion dollars. They already been downgraded to junk. Their Paramount's been downgraded to junk. It's gonna be downgraded even more. It's impossible for them to do 30 movies with that much debt.
Yeah,
they can just license them.
Also, notice the wording: release 30 movies, not produce 30 movies. There are other ways to acquire movies.
True, but I mean, it'd be like working. Maybe they do something. I don't know, like the A20. I don't know. I mean, you got to go find them somewhere, but then that means like the quality is going to go away. But that also could be helpful for people like
some YouTubers that want to make a movie.
Movies.
Yeah, YouTubers making movies. That's the thing now.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, yeah, the film business in the next 5 to 10 is going to be really interesting, even without deal going through or not. It's still really interesting.
So, Zach, do you know what John Oliver's last episode was about?
I haven't seen the newest one yet, the one that was from this weekend.
So he was talking about vertical shot movies that are, 1, 2, 3 minutes long, and they make 70 of them to make a long-running melodramatic plot.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
All the time. But it's just about getting in with getting the money and getting, distribution and all that. But yeah, Degrassi's right. I don't know how many studio subsidiaries Paramount has.
Warner Brothers owns quite a few subsidies.
Yeah.
New Line, like you said, New Line.
Well, New Line was almost dead at one point.
Don't they have the rights to MG? Oh no, it's Amazon. Movie studios do not finance the films in a vacuum. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just another list of many things that the Ellisons have done wrong by saying this in public.
We're now back at day 0 for Paramount making a mistake.
Just look at the drop in production by 20th Century Fox after Disney bought them. Went from 15 plus down to 4 to 5 films a year. Private equity gets vanity cars before movies now.
Yeah, the private equity stuff it's just all over. I mean, it's getting into college football now too, where private equity firms are getting involved with universities like Florida State and stuff, and like it's real. That's interesting all across the board when it comes to this stuff.
You know, it's going to be an interesting year because even if, say, the merger goes through, say the judge decides the merger isn't breaking the law. What people don't realize is that the states can then appeal, which can be another 3 to 6 months just to get a date. Yeah. And say Warner Brothers wins, that's another appeal from Paramount and Allison's, another 3 to 6 months.
No, this is going to keep going.
Yeah, and say they lose their appeal. Where do you think they're going? To the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not going to hear this for, what, another 6 months, the year after that, no matter who's president. And we don't know about changing of the guard after the next election. They might reopen investigations into this merger.
Oh, there's going to be investigations.
WB controls the pre-1986 MGM catalog. Amazon has the rest. Which part you think makes the most money?
Yep.
Yeah. No company uses their own money to operate anymore. Hey, Bogsy.
It's rich dad, poor dad.
Factoring
operate off the debt.
Yeah.
Leverage it.
So this will not be settled unless, and even if Paramount wins, the states are going to file for another injunction until the appeal goes through. So whether or not this merger goes through, we won't see it probably go through till the end of next year, end of 2027 to 2028, if the states don't settle. But there's a chance the states will settle. Maybe. It's a small chance. And also, I know a lot of people have complained about James Gunn not announcing any new projects. He can't, apparently, because it's so up in the air with the merger. So whatever it's in production, what's already been greenlit, is what we're getting. So hopefully enjoy your DCU while you can, guys, while you can.
We're getting things canceled, not announced right now.
All right, and finally,
right now they need to.
They do need money. And finally, D23 is this week. What do you guys want to see announced? What do you guys hope gets announced? I don't know what's going to happen with Disney wanting everything in the movie theaters now and not too much on the streaming side, which probably will kill the streaming service. You know, a lot of those shows kept Disney Plus going.
I only wanted to have Disney Plus just to watch my Star Wars until it felt like homework. And then I wanted it for the MCU stuff. And then that felt like homework. So now I just don't get Disney Plus.
I watch it for Percy Jackson.
I will say, side note, the Star Wars anime, The Ninth Jedi, is really, really good. So go check that out if you want to watch some fun Star Wars stuff. That was one of my favorite Visions episodes. So yeah, go check that out. But what do I think is going to be at D23? I'll give you 3 Disney parks. You're going to get a bunch of updates for you Disney park nerds like me on Avengers Campus and the expanding of California Adventure. I don't know about Disney World because, no offense, Disney World, I'm a purist. And I had the annual pass to Disneyland. So all that stuff with the park and the updates to all their stuff in California Adventure, I'm excited about. And some updates to Star Wars Land because they're kind of going to move away from this fake Batuu kind of vibe and start really paying homage to the original trilogy and the sequel or the prequel trilogy and start really integrating that into Star Wars Land. So that should be pretty cool. And then as far as like content, I bet you we probably get a Vision Quest trailer there. I don't know if it'll be released to the public, but you'll get some Vision Quest info. I think you're getting a Star Wars Starfighter trailer coming out this weekend. And then maybe if they're feeling really froggy, you get some X-Men casting confirmations, maybe a Nova movie confirmation. And what else? I had one other that I was thinking. That's it. Yeah, the Nova one. Yeah, but we'll see.
What I was thinking, I think we're gonna get since Disney has praised the work of Levy and Gosling. I think we're definitely gonna get a first look at the Last Starfighter or Starfighter, whatever.
Starfighter, yeah. Last Starfighter, great movie that should have been remade.
That was a great movie. We're gonna get I think we're gonna get a big glimpse of Starfighter. I know we're gonna get. They have to show Ahsoka season 2. It's been way too long since we heard anything. Also, the future of Mando and Grogu can't be decided here because the lackluster box office. Will it be a 4th season? And also the Dave Filoni crossover movie, is that still happening, or will it be reworked into a TV series? You know, that's on the Star Wars side of things. The Marvel side of things, maybe we'll get a season 2 of Maul series, the Shadow Lord. I don't think we're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, you're getting a for sure second season. They announced that.
Second season of that. I think we're gonna if they had the right frame of mind, they would show a longer Avengers Doomsday clip trailer. Maybe bring on the cast of the X-Men that they've casted already.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
and round out the cast.
And where the hell is my Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2?
Oh, they'll show some.
That's next year.
Is it?
Yeah, I think they said it was next year. They have the next.
But it's been worked on since last year.
Yeah. Has there been talks to Gargoyle series? Hopefully, no, I haven't heard anything about that.
Heard about that too.
To see it.
What I was about to say, Rob, what do you have? Any predictions for D23 that you want to see?
You got the one that I was going to say, the release of all the X-Men that are going to be appearing in the movie, finally being out on stage. We've already announced that Samara Weaving will be the White Queen. We have Kit, I can't remember his name. He's going to be Cyclops. And now we're going to have this one and this one and this one. These are your X-Men. I would love to see that.
At least Magneto and Professor X. I think if you at least announce those two, that would get people fired up.
I really don't see them promoting anything beyond 2027. I will say this. Where's my Ray movie? I want Ray. God damn it. Ray needs to come back.
Ray. I'm over here thinking the Raid 3. I would love to see a Raid 3, but you're talking about Ray Skywalker.
Who?
Who are you? I'm Ray. Ray who? Ray Skywalker.
Palpatine.
No. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney canceled Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Announce them necessarily, and you run the risk of one of them being a piece of crap and ruin it for everyone.
It's a good point, but they've been leaking it now for the last 2.5 weeks. So,
you know,
at some point they gotta
narrative.
Yeah, control the narrative. Exactly. So I don't know. I'm with you though. I mean, it's always a risk doing this, but
you know,
honestly, D23 isn't for any one of us here. If you're watching this show, it's not for any of you people either, unless you have millions of dollars. Because if you do, you're the people that this is for, because they're trying to get the investors to invest. So they need to give a sizzle reel.
Yep. Yeah, they got to get the investors excited about their stuff.
Season 3 of Daredevil, bored again.
Oh yeah, they might have some footage from that. They just finished shooting it, so.
Did I say Vision Quest? I said Vision Quest.
Yeah, Vision Quest. I'm interested to watch that. I think that's going to be really, the concept and what I've heard about it seems really cool and interesting. And that Boethius or whatever the conversation that they had at the end of that season between he and the other Vision is kind of where his series is going. So I just thought it was just, I think I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. And James Spader is going to be in it. So like, how can it be a bad TV show with James Spader in it?
I did love The Blacklist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Blacklist is pretty solid, bro.
I loved him.
And he was great when he came on The Office, even though it wasn't written very well. He was still hilarious. Like
Cassie and Endo will return.
Degrassi, if you're messing with me on this Ben Solo still returning, brother, I want that Ben Solo movie to happen. I'm here for that. It's the only thing from that sequel trilogy that I was like, yeah, let's see this. I would love to see.
Let me address this Wonder Man thing. Wonder Man was probably one of the best shows they had in the MCU, only behind WandaVision and Agatha all along. For them to cancel that after greenlighting it, signing contracts, but still continuing with the low performing, no one watched Daredevil show is ridiculous to me.
Can I ask a question? What if they canceled it and it's because they're going to move him up to bigger and better things? He is a movie level actor. And so what if they start bringing Simon Williamson into the movie stuff and he got upgraded and so we don't need his show anymore?
Well, if he's not in Doomsday, then
what if he's in Secret Wars? A lot of guys like Tom Holland isn't in Doomsday, but he's going to be in Secret Wars.
And a lot of people are going to say that they're not in the movie and then, hey, there they are.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sad about it. I thought it was a phenomenal show. I mean, I related to it so much with all the actor stuff in it and the auditioning and all that. So like, I was really excited for a second season, but if this means that like, hey, we get him in bigger stuff and they have bigger plans for the character or whatever, then so be it. But I think it's probably because the director of it is now going to be super busy doing Spider-Man movies for the next 5 to 10 years.
Degrassi says, why would Emma Frost be in Vision Quest? I don't know. Why would Jean Grey be in a Spider-Man movie? Do you think they're going to start sprinkling X-Men characters in the next shows and TV and movies before they make their appearance in X-Men movies?
Make it like a comic. Sprinkle some first appearances until they finally get their own.
You know, I mean, it just depends on how you want to introduce them. There's a bunch of different ways you could do it. You could do it this way where you're sprinkling them in throughout stuff and you're trying to develop some character stuff and build off of that for them and they get to their big movie, or you just throw them in there and say, hey, everybody, here's the X-Men. So, I mean, either way it could work, but I like that they're sprinkling stuff in, you know, and like making Damage Control kind of be the human government thorn in their side that we'll maybe see later on down the road, you know, and like, I like it, but you can't really judge it until we get the X-Men out and like kind of see how what they do with it, you know?
Samir has a question. Did Netflix Daredevil show get higher ratings than Disney's Daredevil? Yes. And that's the only reason I believe that happened is because Netflix has a way larger subscriber base than Disney Plus. But the third season of Daredevil sucked on Netflix. Second season of Punisher sucked. Yeah. The Defenders sucked. Iron Fist sucked. So
not as good as they could have been, I'll tell you that, dude.
You know, and
but even though, but Marvel TV at the time over there were not firing on all cylinders, dude. It was a sad
it's only until recently they started getting showrunners for this stuff, which is insane to me. How do you do projects without a showrunner?
And then they would fight, like they would try and fight with Marvel Studios and stuff over things. Like Marvel Studios would try and get them to at least fold that stuff in more so into the world, and they would fight them on it. And I'm like, what are we doing, dude?
And that's how we got Eternals.
Multiple early drafts of Return of the Jedi saw Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda returning to life from the Force. Dave Filoni loves recycling George's wildest ideas. Let's fucking go. Oof. I can see I see all the Star Wars fans like twitching, like reboot.
No, bro, guys, let's not get hasty. Let's not get hasty. But I will say, just to talk about Star Wars, this Ninth Jedi series is set 1,000 years in the future of this, and so it just the world still kind of feels the same, but they like are able to take chances on things with like how a Jedi's relationship with their lightsaber and the different colors, and like there's some really cool stuff that you can do in this universe without having to reboot and retread and have me watch Luke Skywalker go on his journey again. Like don't do that. Don't do that, please.
You know, I will say this. I know a lot of people have been waiting for X-Men to come to MCU. Let's not forget X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past were great movies.
They were.
They
but
were
then
great
Apocalypse and
movie.
Dark Phoenix came out.
Did they? Did they really come out?
Holy shirts and pants, dude. Talk about
You
just
pretend it
shoot
didn't
yourself
happen.
in the foot, dude.
Kevin Feige was in control of the first three Fox X-Men movies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Killed Cyclops. Yeah. Bastard.
I'd blame that more on Bryan Singer than I would on Kevin Feige. Nothing against anybody there, but yeah, just that guy sucks. Sorry. I hate that guy. Not a nice human being.
What else can we get?
Question: like Kevin Feige wasn't in the kind of position he was in. He was more of like a middle to low of the totem pole when those movies were coming out, right? Because he worked on Spiderman as well and worked on all those films. But I don't think that he had
It was like a producer role.
Yeah, like he like worked for the producers, or he was like, you know, like I said, mid to low on the totem pole. So I don't know if he had any creative control over what they did to poor Cyclops. Because I think one of the things he's been saying is like there are a lot of things about those movies that were great, but there are a lot of things that he wished that would have happened in those films that he is excited to bring to these newer X-Men films. So that makes me happy. And I know the Wolverine wearing the yellow suit and Deadpool Wolverine was a huge deal for him too. So like I think the X-Men are in good hands with him. I think he loves it and cares about it enough to where 30 what by the time we get to them, we're going to be 41 films in, you know. I think
20 years later.
Yeah, crazy.
There's also some rumors that some other non-superhero and Star Wars related stuff will be shown. We have a Ridley Scott movie called The Dog Stars that might show up.
New Pirates of the Caribbean?
No. We're gonna have Tony Gilroy's music drama with what's his name from Pedro Pascal, Behemoth. We might get Martin Madonna's Wild Horse 9. We might get something from 20th Century, Ice Age, Boiling Point, The Simpsons movie 2. Just might get some Pixar stuff too.
Oh yeah, Pixar, Disney for sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they talk about a lot of stuff especially like all the park stuff and all of like their that side of things. They definitely show you a lot of really cool stuff at those. So be interesting to see what we talk about on next Monday.
Yeah. So we will definitely cover all the announcements on Sunday on the other comic show. Rob, you're more than welcome to come on if you want to come on and react to the D23 drops.
I'm already going to give you my expression through most of them.
JC, we weren't talking about the quality of the movie. We were talking about the box office. There's a difference. Well, all right. So with that, I think we are done for the Power Hour for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a great time. Thank you, Rob, for showing up. And I don't always have to do clickbait to bring the people to watch, but I love doing it.
Don't die.
So have a good night. Take care. And I will see you guys Friday for Off the Shelf, where Big Jeff will be defending his Jeopardy championship once again, 4 weeks in a row. Thank you, guys.